Hey guys, welcome back to Fabscaped. This is video 6 in our Making Complex Shapes video series. In this video we'll talk about screenshot. If you remember in video 2 we talked about using our merge tools, our subtract tool, our difference tools, and our intersection and exclusion tools to basically create entirely new geometries from combinations of existing geometries, basically how to combine shapes to create different shapes. You may remember how I sort of mentioned screenshot at the end of that video and how that is also something that you can use. So when you're doing screenshot, what it'll basically do, it'll do basically the exact same thing as all of those. If I want to get, let's say I want to get an object that looks a certain way, I don't want to have to go through the trouble of, let's say, grouping them or actually, unionizing or, all of those objects. So let's say if I have this object right here. Let's say if I have this guy, he's made up of many different shapes, and I want all of these shapes to be, I want this to create one object from all of these. But I don't want to have to, click this guy, click this other guy, and merge and merge and merge. I just want to do this quickly, without hassle. Well, what will I do? Well, I'm going to take a screenshot of this. This is an easy way to do this. So before you're taking a screenshot, just remember that the farther and farther you zoom out, the smaller your picture will be, and the lower the resolution will be in your ending vector. And so the precision will be will be lower depending on how far you have zoomed out. And this is also kind of cool. We'll talk about, if you're importing a picture and something like that, or if you have too many nodes on your thing and the picture's too big, you can also use screenshot to help size things down. But let's go. So I'm going to click all of these guys right here, and I'm going to basically zoom to this my selected object right here in the right hand column. And now that I've zoomed to my selected object, I'm going to move my mouse out of the way because, to be honest with you, if I take the screenshot and my mouse is right here, I'll actually get that in my screenshot, and I don't want that. I'll take a screenshot, and after I've taken that screenshot, I can just go ahead and copy it and paste it right back into my file. And I've already done this right here. So this is my screenshot. This is what I've sort of copied, and you can see how now it's just a picture, and you can see how the resolution has been downsized. And this is pixel. This is the difference between pixel drawings and vector drawings. These things lose resolution as you zoom farther and farther in, although vectors do not. Alright, so I'll just click this right here. This is selected, and I'm going to go to my path again, and I'm going to trace bitmap. Now, this right here, we'll talk about this in later videos. How about how to use, if you're importing pictures, you'll do the exact same thing as I'm doing right now. I'm going to update my my trace bitmap, and this will basically give me a preview of what I'm going to have. And so what I've done now is I just press OK, and you can edit this brightness threshold right here to basically allow for darker colors, or for it to recognize more color and stuff like that, or to make it recognize less color. But I put it black on white so that it'll be easier for it to see, and we know that we'll get the color. We know we'll get the shape that we want. Now, if we zoom in to this, you can see there's actually two drawings. There's this vector right here over my um, over my pixel drawing, and this right here is one piece. So now what we have to do is we'll have to do our little intersection thing. So I'll take in fact I can actually delete this background so it's easier to see what we've done. We've basically created a vector out of this whole screenshot, but we don't really want all these parts right here. If I look at this edit nodes, we don't want all of these guys on the outside. We just want this little fella right here. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to click our rectangle tool or something like that, and we'll just make a rectangle that just covers just the object that we want. Now we're going to take the intersection of this new object that I've just made. This can be any color you want, and in my vector that I have just made, I'll take my intersection, and there I have my object. And now this is actually a vector, and you can see it as a vector as we zoom in. Now, just be careful with this. This is really fun to use. However, you lose resolution when you lose detail and resolution when you do it like this. And so if you want to see what I'm talking about, if you compare this right here to this, you can sort of see that this is, you see how you can see how smooth this is. But if you look at something like this right here isn't really isn't um, as defined as this edge right here. But this is screenshot. You can use it for doing all kinds of things. It's really simple. It's really quick way to just get fast vectors and fast combinations of shapes. Hope this video was useful. I'll be back in later videos. We will also talk about screenshot in as it relates to, well, not screenshot, but this the whole trace bitmap thing as it relates to different things like pictures and stuff like that, and importing files like that. Alright, I hope this video is useful. I'll see you guys in the next one.